Welcome to day 1 of 31 days of Craft-O-Ween on Thornton Mama Creates. Today I'm going to make a ghost decoration. This is just a simple craft that we're going to start off with today. You can make this ghost to go indoors or out, and I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to make it using different things that you may have around the house, or you can pick up really cheap at the dollar store. So for the first ghost, I'm going to start with a clear ornament. This is like a Christmas ornament that's clear, and it's designed so that you can put things in it. But for us, we're going to use this as the ghost's head on the inside. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cover this with either some tissue paper or fabric or cheesecloth, whatever it is that you want to use. So I have a couple of different options here, and I'm going to start first with tissue paper. That's the cheapest and the easiest and the one that you're most likely to have on hand. So I'm just going to open this up so I can kind of find the middle here. Grab a couple of pieces of tissue paper, maybe 3. That looks like that'll make it cover it enough. And this ornament's got a little loop on top. I want to use this to be able to hang the ghost either from a tree or somewhere in the house. So it's going to go inside the tissue paper like this, but I'm going to kind of gauge where that little loop is, and I'm just going to make a little snip in the top of the paper here so I can kind of slip that through. I'm going to try to show you as I'm doing this here. Kind of push that loop through so you can see the loop right here is poking through the top now. And I'm just going to cover this around my little globe here. And I just want to kind of cinch it around the bottom here. There's a lot of different ways you can cinch this. You can use a piece of white ribbon. You could use a piece of raffia or jute twine to give it an extra fall touch. Just for the purposes of moving through this video, I'm going to use just a plain old rubber band. So I'm just going to loop this around a couple of times. Actually, I may not even have to do it a couple of times. Yeah, we'll do 2 just to be on the safe side. Right. Loop this rubber band around 2 times. Okay, now we're just going to fluff out the bottom of our little ghost here. Voila! Now, your ghost needs one more thing to be a cute and spooky little ghost, a face. So I'm just going to use a Sharpie. Other things that you could use would be maybe felt. You cut out some felt or cardboard, googly eyes, whatever it is you want to use, you decorate your ghost with that. This is a great project for just using things you have around the house already. So I'm just going to give a couple of little eyes here. Color them in. And I'm just doing this really quick. You can make your ghost as fancy or as whimsical as you like. So I'm going to give him eyes and a mouth. Let's give him a spooky little mouth so he looks like he's saying boo. Okay. And here's our little ghost. And again, we have this hook at the top. Now he's not particularly fancy, but if it's going to be somewhere dark, nobody will be the wiser. So that's ghost number 1. Alright, so now our second option here, using the tissue paper again, is going to be to use a balloon for the inside. You have a couple of other options here with the balloon. You can either cut a hole and push it through so that your tissue paper is coming down like this, and use the actual top of the balloon as the ghost's head. Or you can do like the last one that we did, and you can use the balloon on the inside and wrap it around. Now, because I made this balloon a little bit bigger, I'm going to try going down from the top just to see something different here. So, whoops, my magnet's trying to catch my scissors. Just going to make a little incision here. Put my balloon through the top. And now I've got to fasten it. So I'm just going to kind of twist this up around the bottom of the balloon here. And I'm going to use a rubber band again just for expediency. But again, you can use some ribbon or whatever you want to use to tie it up. A twist tie, a zip tie. Lots of options here. All right. So here we have ghost number 2. Now, the thing with doing it this way is I don't have anything up here on the top to hang it from a branch or anything. So what you might want to do is take a piece of ribbon, tie it around his neck, and hang it that way. And again, with this one, I can draw a face on his little balloon head. Little ghostly face real quick here. Alright. And here is ghost number 2. Alright. So now that I've shown you how to use the tissue paper, let's look at a couple of different things. So while I was shopping at the dollar store, I found this cloth. It's called creepy cloth, but it's, you know, just kind of a gauzy looking cloth. Cheesecloth is very similar to this. This just has bigger holes and it's more of a dingy color to make it look more spooky. So you could use this. You could use tulle, any kind of netting. So that's an option. What I'm going to do is just kind of fold it in half here because it is thin and kind of see-through. I'm going to take one of my ornaments again, and I'm going to just kind of put the top, that little loop on the top of the ornament, I'm going to just kind of push it through the fabric here and wrap it around. See, just like a ghost. And you can tie this with whatever you want, twine, a rubber band, but I want to show you something else that you can do with this that makes it a little extra spooky and fun. So the nice thing about this is that you can put it outside, and if you really want it to stand out, you can fill the inside of this globe with a light of some kind. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I'm going to use a glow stick. And, you know, whatever color you want to suit whatever your decor is. I just grabbed this blue one here. I think blue is kind of a ghostly color. So I've got my glow stick in there. Got my fabric here. Just push it over the top. And then if you want to, you can drape it over some more. There's no rules here. This is your ghost. Nobody says what your ghost has to look like. And you can secure it underneath or just leave it loose if you want to. However you want to do it. But here is ghost option number 2. And like the other one, you can add some eyes on the front if you want to, or if you just want to leave it kind of mysterious and ghostly hanging from the tree, that'll work too. And we've got this little loop on the top, so you can attach some string to it, tie it to your tree, tie it to something in your house, put it in a little haunted house, whatever you want to do with it. It's your ghost. So the last option that I'm going to show you is using some cheap white tablecloth from the dollar store. I just took and cut 2 roughly square pieces, and I'm going to turn them where the corners are opposite. And I've already taken the liberty of cutting my holes in this. But again, like we did before, just put the little holes in the top. I'm going to take my clear ornament and push it through. And you can do the balloon with this one just the same. Just know that the balloon will be prone to popping. So here we are once again with our little ghost. I'm just going to secure it with a rubber band again. But you can use twine, rope, ribbon, whatever you want to use. Okay. And here is my waterproof hanging ghost. And you just decorate his face the same way. You either use a couple of googly eyes, felt eyes, a marker, whatever you want to do. And this one should be able to withstand the weather outside. So if you want to make a whole crew of ghosts and put them all across your tree or across your front porch, this is a cheap and easy way to do it. The white tablecloth, you could get several ghosts out of it, especially if you do one layer instead of two. I just did two because I liked the way it looked. But these bulbs, these large clear bulbs, I bought at the Dollar Tree for just $1 each. So this is a relatively cheap and easy project if you want to make your own Halloween craft. I encourage you to go out, give this a try, use things you have around the house already. Maybe an old t-shirt you've got. Blow up a balloon, put an old t-shirt over it, close it up with a rubber band and draw a face on there. You've got an easy, quick, cute ghost craft. I hope that you've enjoyed this Halloween craft. Please come back and join me tomorrow for day 2 of 31 Days of Craft-O-Ween. If you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell for notifications so that you won't miss a single minute of Halloween crafts. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.